So, hello all. Happy New Year. Welcome to the new year. I hope the new year has met you well. So, if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're in this channel, I talk about books, all the books I read. I talk about them, I review them, and I rate them. So, if you love bookish content, this is the place for you. And for my old subscribers, welcome back. So, today in this video, we're in the month of January and it's a brand new year. So I want to take you guys along as I pick my TBR for the month of January. It is a very short TBR, but I want to pick it blindly. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I picked my January TBR. So to make my TBR jar, I basically cut pieces of cardboard into small squares, as you can see. Then I went through my bookshelf and then wrote down the names of some of the books in the different categories. There were three categories. For example, self-improvement books. As you can see, this one I'm holding here is a self-improvement book. So in each category, I'll write the name of some books. And then when I finished writing their names, I folded up the pieces of cardboard into small squares so that I could not see what was written inside. As you can see, then I put them all into this jar. Then I got the kids to paint the back of each of the folded squares three different colors, for one color for each particular type of book. So all has been done. I don't even know which of the genres. I cannot remember which of the categories has which color, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out one color, one of each of the colors. So I have red, black, and blue. So I'm going to pick out one red folded piece of cardboard, one blue folded piece of cardboard, and one black folded piece of cardboard. And inside each of them is written the name of a particular book in that category. So as you can see, guys, I'm going in blind. So I have my three different colors for the three different categories I plan to read in the month of January. So I'm going to crack and open it up, and we'll all see together what books I have picked. So some books came along with me, so to speak, from last year. If you had watched any of my earlier videos, you would see that there were some books I was already reading and I was not able to finish. Books that like a self-help book like Rules of Wealth. I've not finished it. So that is the self-improvement book I'm going to read in this month, because I had told you people earlier that in the year 2026 I'm not going to read only fiction. I'm going to also read non-fiction, historical books, even cookbooks, and all that. So today I'm going to pick my TBR and I hope to bring you guys along. So if you're interested for the ride, come along. So these are the TBR prompts. So I don't know what to call them that I picked earlier. So I'm just going to go right ahead and open it, guys, and see what I find. I'm going blind here. And whatever I find written on these pieces of paper, those are what I will be reading in the month of January. This is fun. Before I'll just go to my bookshelf and pick anything that catches my fancy, but this one I'm going blind because I want to try as much as possible to read the things on my bookshelf. So you can see the pieces of paper have different colors. I don't know if you can see it. I actually told the children to help me with this, to do it for me. So this one is blue, colored with blue pen. This one is colored with a pencil. This one is colored with a red pen, representing different types of books. I think one is non-fiction, another one is fiction, then another one is. Let's just open it up and see. So I think I have to drop this mic so that my hand will be free. Guys, this one, okay, the blue represents non-fiction. So this is pole to pole. I don't know if you can see what is written on the paper. So pole to pole is a story of, I don't know if you know, if you used to watch Around the World in 80 days back in the day. I think it was a cartoon or something like that. So the book that's actually inspired the cartoon of the film, or is it the film that inspired the book, something like that. This Michael Palin, he actually worked for the BBC. So it was decided that he would travel around the whole world in 80 days and then he would document his experiences. It is actually in a series, so this is one of them. I don't know whether it's the first, second, or third. But after going around the world in 80 days, he ended up even going around the world. We did 3 or 4 more times. So this is one of his adventures, pole to pole, that's from North Pole to South Pole, as it were. So I actually bought the series when I was very young. I just liked the idea and I liked the way the books looked, and I bought it. So I'm going to read pole to pole. It's actually a reread because then I didn't read it thoroughly. I was more interested in flicking and watching the pictures. But I'm very glad that I picked it. So we follow his story, how he went from different countries, his experiences, and how the story that he told about his journey. Guys, whoops. What is this? So let me open the second one. Yay! Guys, guess what? Okay, the pencil colored ones are for classics. I didn't actually remember. So, guess the classic that we'll be reading in the month of January. What a great way to start! Wuthering Heights. Yay! So, Wuthering Heights is a classic I'll be starting the year with. So, I'm going to be reading Wuthering Heights this month of January. That sounds like a lot of fun, guys. And the last one. Okay, this is a fiction novel. It says Big Change. But okay, Big Change for start. So I've actually never read it. I just wrote it down from my bookshelf. So I'm going to go right ahead, pick out those books, and then come and show you guys all the books that I have picked out, and that will make up my TBR for the month of January. I'll be right back. So, guys, I'm back, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all those books so you can see what they actually look like. So, the first one is, see, don't know if my camera is allowing us to see, Pole to Pole with Michael Palin. As you can see here, it says BBC Books, right? So this follows his journey from one pole, North Pole, to the South Pole as he goes from country to country, describing very, very interesting experiences that he has. And I'm really looking forward to reading this book. As you can see, the book is illustrated almost on every single page. It has lots and lots of pictures. So if you're really a travel buff, although when he went on this journey, the world was young, as they say. It's no longer like now. But if you're really a travel buff and you want to see what other countries look like, I'm sure you will really, really enjoy this book. It actually says Pole to Pole with Michael Palin, the international bestseller. And I think I understand why. He said, if you thought there would be another journey, like around the world in 80 days, you and Michael Palin's family have a lot in common. However, less than 3 years after being shut out of the Reform Club, Palin was offered a journey that would be harder, longer, and more dangerous. He was immediately hooked. The result is Pole to Pole. The second in the series, the second of Let's see. Of Machiavellian's great 20th century adventures, setting out to travel from one end of the earth to another, following the 30 degrees east line of longitude. Palin and his team, using aircraft only as a last resort, endured extremes of heat and cold as they crossed 17 countries on trains, trucks, ships, rafts, ski-doos, buses, barges, bicycles, and balloons. So, guys, I'm really looking forward to reading this book. I read Pole to Pole, as I told you before, and I really, really liked and enjoyed it. So that is my first book, what I'll be reading in January, my TBR. So the second book, if you have watched one of my earlier videos, I told you guys this is one of the classics I would love to read in 2026. And guess what? I'm starting it in January. Although I picked blindly, and I'm happy that I picked Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I think Emily Bronte is part of a sister family of sisters or something like that, because watching content on YouTube, I always hear that this son in Bronte. I don't know if they're all related or they're all a family of writers, but Emily Bronte is a writer of Wuthering Heights. So it is a classic that I'll be getting into in January 2026. So it's a Wuthering Heights is a wild, passionate story of intense and almost demonic love between Catherine Earnshaw and Heathcliff, a foundling adopted by Catherine's father after Mr. Earnshaw's death. Heathcliff is bullied and humiliated by Catherine's brother Hindley, and wrongly believing that his love for Catherine is not reciprocated, leaves Wuthering Heights only to return years later as a wealthy and polished man. He needs to exact a terrible revenge for his former miseries. So wow, that's an engaging plot. So I hope to dive into this book in the month of January, and I'll be keeping you guys posted. Remember, on Instagram at Live Boss Books, I'll be posting my updates, and I'll be sure to do a review of all these books that I'll read in January. Then this is the non-fiction, the fiction among my picks. So I have it says Big Change for Start by Lisa Evans. Big Change for Start by Lisa Evans. It says 10-year-old Stuart Horton has just learned he is the owner of an incredible magician's workshop, a workshop full of magnificent illusions, each one the gateway to a magical adventure. But without his great uncle's missing will, he can't prove it, which is a problem because someone else badly wants it too. Wow. So it's a story about, it's a tussle, as in something belongs to you and then you have to fight for it, as it were. So, so I'm looking at it. I think it's a book that children can easily read, but I'm going for it. Children's books are always the most interesting and relaxing for me. So this is it. I'll be reading this book in the month of January, and I'll be sure to tell you guys what I think of it and to inform you of my progress. In addition to, just like I told you people, this one came into 2026 with me, and I'll be completing it in the month of January, God willing. This is a self-improvement book, Rules of Wealth, and I'll be sure to leave my thoughts and reviews. So if you like to learn all about the books I read, as I said before, be sure to subscribe to the channel to support us and to help us grow. So because it seems as if on YouTube is only bookish or book creators from the Western world, America, England, and Europe that make it. Please support African bookish creators. So that's it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your suggestions, leave the books you are reading in the month of January in the description box, in the comment section rather, and I'll be glad to hear from you. So see you next time. Bye.